That's tonight at 9 Eastern on CNN. Tensions over this shutdown, now the longest in U.S. history, were on display today outside the Capitol. House Speaker Mike Johnson and other Republicans were giving their daily shutdown news conference, but were repeatedly interrupted by Democratic Congresswoman Chrissy Houlihan of Pennsylvania, asking Republicans to work with Democrats on reopening the government.
You have an obligation not just to speak.
I'd love to talk with you. Wait. I'd love to talk with you. Come to my office, okay?
You have an obligation to call the leadership of both parties and bring us together and solve this problem together.
On the right there, that's House GOP Conference Chair Congresswoman Lisa McClain of Michigan, who twice told Houlihan that she has an obligation. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for
Appreciate it. So, Congresswoman Houlihan also accused, by the way, for people who don't know, that Congresswoman Houlihan is not a disruptor naturally. I mean, like, she is a rather polite person. I think she's very frustrated. I think there are a lot of people, Democrats and Republicans, very frustrated. Do you think that Democrats are the only ones right now who have an obligation to be part of the solution to open the government?
Well, I think in the Senate it takes 60 votes, right? We all know the math. The House Republicans, we did our job. We passed a clean CR. No games, no gimmicks, no partisan policies whatsoever. We actually even agreed in a bipartisan fashion on the date of November 21st. So I think everyone's nerves are shot. I think everyone's frustrated, but I think the most who are frustrated really are the American people, right? Take a look at people who aren't getting food from the SNAP program, airline traffic, airline controllers, people not getting paid. It's frustrating all around. There's no doubt. And I'll say this again, the only people who get hurt in a shutdown is the American people. So to your point, we do need to come together. We do need to open up the government. But we don't have anything to negotiate because we didn't put any gimmicks in there to begin with.
So right now, Congressman Don Bacon, a Republican from Nebraska, and Congressman Tom Suozzi, the Democrat from New York, are negotiating an off-ramp, which is Democrats say that the government's shut down because they want Republicans to help them fix the fact that Obamacare subsidies are going to end at the end of the year. And Bacon and Suozzi have come up with a way to do that in a way that addresses some of the concerns Republicans have had about it, having to do with means testing, who actually gets the subsidies, and also whether the money directly goes to pay for that. Are Republicans willing to say, yes, we will vote on that solution if on this date, if Democrats vote to open the government?
Yeah. First and foremost, let's open the government so we can continue to have these discussions, so we can continue to have these debates. That is how it is supposed to work. So I'm in agreement with you that we have to fix the Affordable Care Act, because the Obamacare Affordable Care Act is anything but affordable, right? I know what Republicans are committed to doing, and we're committed to driving down premium costs.
Yeah, but that's not just in Obamacare. I mean, that's health insurance everywhere. Premiums are going up.
No question, but I don't think you can deny that since Obamacare, premiums have gone up. Premiums have gone up almost 60%. So there definitely needs to be a fix. That's why in the One Big Beautiful Bill, or the Working Families Tax Cut, Republicans passed out of the House an 11% decrease in premium. See, there's a difference between what Republicans are trying to do with decreasing premiums and a lot of what's happening on the Democratic side. We don't want to give a blank check to insurance companies. We don't believe that it makes sense, and I do think there's bipartisan appetite for this, that somebody making $500,000 should receive these subsidies.
Right.
So there is room there.
Let's talk about the politics of this for a second, because, President Trump told Republicans earlier this morning, according to a source talking to CNN, that Republicans are getting killed politically on the shutdown. And if you look at what happened last night, it is hard to say that there is anything in the election results. And I'm looking at not just, like, I get it, New Jersey's a Democratic state, but looking at Republican counties, looking at Republican sheriffs that lost their jobs. It's hard to see anything last night that was an endorsement of what the Republican Party is doing right now.
Yeah, well, let me give you the other side of that story. Is voter turnout from Republicans was not high. Not high at all. But I think part of that reason is because Republicans, for the most part, are happy with what's happening. The border's closed. Crime is down. Inflation under Biden used to be 9%. It's now down to 3%. Interest rates are down. Mortgages down. Let me just finish. Let me just give you the other side. I shop at the same grocery store as everybody else does.
So you see prices are up.
Is there more work that needs to be done? Absolutely there is. That's why in the working families tax cut, we did just that. We voted not to raise everybody's taxes. Very different than what the Democrats did. So I think there's two sides of the coin that you have to take a look at. What is an incumbent on us is we must make sure that we get our voters to turn out like they did in the election year. No question.
Using that argument, your voters could be so happy that the Democrats take control of the House of Representatives next year.
Right, and I'm very confident that we will not only hold the majority, but I am optimistic that we will actually gain the majority.
Well, that would be defying history. Congresswoman Lisa McClain from the great state